If you're trying Street Fighter V for the first time, you'll come across the age-old problem of deciding who to play first. It's hard to tell how certain characters play just by looking at them. Like, you would think this tall guy named Sagat looks really mean and probably plays pretty aggressive. But in reality, this is what his main playstyle looks like. There's no way to tell what Sagat is supposed to do unless you already know or somebody else tells you. So today, I'm going to be that someone who tells you what I believe are the top 5 best characters to play if you're just starting out in Street Fighter V. If you're new here, I'm NotJohnnyKim, and in this channel, I do my best to help you improve your gameplay, connect with your community, and enhance your overall fighting game experience. If that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to subscribe. Before I get into the list, I want to preface this by saying that the best character for you to play is the one that you enjoy the most and have no problem spending hours practicing on, regardless of relative strength or difficulty or what I say in this video. So if you find a character that you think is cool, looks cute, has a cool backstory, or whatever reason that makes you want to play that character, you should play that character. While Akuma is top tier, the main reason I play Akuma is because I really enjoy executing his combos. I think all of his combos look really cool and they're very satisfying to do. This list I'm about to provide is filled with characters I believe are the best for beginners from a purely practical, gameplay-oriented standpoint. Also, this list is kind of ordered in terms of who I recommend the most, but each character on the list is here for specific reasons that are hard to directly compare, so just stick around and see what I have to say about these characters. For our first character, we have Guile. Guile is an easy to execute character with a dead simple but very effective game plan, while also being quite strong at even the top levels of play. He's a defensive zoner who uses his strong fireball to bait his opponents to jump, and then hits them out of the air with his strong anti-airs. You probably noticed that this looks pretty similar to Sagat, but the reason that Guile is on this list and Sagat isn't is Guile's special moves are much easier to execute because they are a charge motion. With Sagat, you have to do a quarter circle forward motion for fireballs and a Z motion for anti-airs, both of which can be pretty difficult for beginners to do consistently. For Guile, you just need to hold back for a while and then press forward punch for fireballs, and hold down for a while and then press up kick for anti-airs. You can even hold down back to charge both your fireball and your anti-air so that you have both at your disposal at any point. So instead of it being a specific motion input you need to practice, it's a timing thing you need to learn. As a basic game plan, you can just throw booms, and right when you throw the boom, start holding down back to charge both your boom and your flash kick. If they jump right after the boom hits them, flash kick them out of the air since you should have enough charge for the flash kick. If they don't jump, throw another boom and repeat. If you execute this game plan well enough, you won't even have to learn how to do combos since your opponent could die from your booms and flash kicks. Guile's bread and butter combos are also pretty simple, so learning them shouldn't take too long. The best thing about Guile, in my opinion, is that the character is also very deep. So as you get stronger as a player, Guile will continue to offer you things to improve upon and make you even stronger. The legendary Daigo Umehara has continued to show us different ways to play the character, even as recently as the last CPT event in Asia in 2020. If you're looking for an easy to execute character that you can stick with for the rest of your Street Fighter V career, Guile is your best choice. For our second and third characters, we have Ryu and Ken. The main reason people say to play Ryu or Ken when you're just starting out is to learn their designs. Ryu's design is so foundational to Street Fighter that every other character's designs are based around Ryu's. If Street Fighter character design were a tree, Ryu's design would be the roots. Ken's design is obviously very similar to Ryu's, as you can see with their movesets. However, Ken is designed to be more offensive than Ryu, so his tools help him close the distance and get in your face. As for game plans, both of these characters can be played in a variety of ways, depending on your playstyle, your opponent's character and individual playstyle, and even depending on the situation in the middle of a fight. Ryu tends to be an all-arounder, not necessarily preferring one playstyle over another, while Ken, like mentioned before, is more aggressive. These two characters will teach you the fundamentals of Street Fighter and set you up for success for any character you choose to play in any Street Fighter title. Even the time spent practicing the hand motions for Ryu and Ken's special moves will not go wasted, because nearly everyone in the cast uses some form of Ryu and Ken's motion inputs for their own special moves. If you're serious about learning how to play Street Fighter from the ground up with the game's most foundational characters, Ryu and Ken are your best choices. But maybe you don't care about doing motion inputs, and you just want to be able to do your special moves with as little practice as possible to be able to progress quickly in the game to be able to beat your friends. If that sounds like you, our last two characters, Ed and Falke, are great options. Nearly all of their special moves can be done without any motion inputs whatsoever. All they require from you is to either hold down a button or press 2 or more buttons at the same time. For example, Ed's fireball can be done by just doing forward medium punch and then pressing any other punch to release the fireball. For Falke's fireball, you have to hold down a button to charge the fireball, like Guile's fireball, and then you release that button to throw the fireball. Just look at these combos and my inputs to do them. There are no quarter circle forwards or Z motion inputs. All I'm doing is pressing a couple buttons at certain timings to get my special moves to combo. Instead of your strongest anti-airs being locked behind a Z motion input, Ed and Falke's strongest anti-airs are at the touch of 2 buttons. Even doing an invincible reversal in defense is easy, since all you have to do is mash the 3 punches input. The only move in their entire arsenal that requires some sort of special motion input is their critical arts. Using or comboing into your critical art correctly can be kind of difficult when you're just starting out, so it's not really something you need to worry about right now. As for game plans, Ed is kinda similar to Ken, where he has fireballs and strong anti-air options to play slow, while a lot of his tools are designed for him to close the distance, so Ed's tend to play pretty aggressively. Falke is the opposite. She wants to play a slow, methodical game using her air fireball, grounded fireball that dodges other fireballs, large anti-air, and long-range normal attacks to control the screen and make approaching a very risky, possibly deadly task. These characters will help you get up to speed quickly and have all the tools to help you succeed if you're anything less than an absolute top level player. So if you want to just dive right into Street Fighter V and get your hands dirty with some real matches instead of practicing how to do your special moves in an insane asylum training room, then Ed and Falke are your best choices. Now you're probably thinking, where do I go to learn about my character and all my combos and what to do in neutral and stuff like that? Don't worry, because I left links in the description to the Discord servers for each of the characters I mentioned in this list. These Discord servers will be able to provide you with the resources to learn your character as a beginner. If you just want some quick tips that'll work with any character, check out my video on easy ways to effectively use your V-trigger activation, which is the defining mechanic in Street Fighter V. And of course, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my other uploads. See you next video.